Hey guys, I am on my way to, or I'm actually at the University of Oslo right now. I just put both my kids to sleep, and I'm going to go prepare for a lecture on the history and institutions of diplomacy. I'm now at the University of Oslo. Yay, cool. And I'm allowed to use my wife's office. And my wife has an office around right there. Something like that. Yeah. So I just wanted to give you sort of kind of reading guide to the four pieces that you had to read for our next lecture. And the first one is on that's the Cohen article, and it's about the great tradition of diplomacy. So that's the main historical text that you need to read. And I want you to pay close attention to the fact that, according to Cohen and his definition of diplomacy, diplomacy predates the nation states by, you know, a lot of time, basically centuries. So it cannot be so that, diplomacy is merely just about, as a tool of foreign policy. And that's really what I want you to take away from that article, and just the way that he defines diplomacy. And the second article that you have to read is Erik Ringmau's article, and that talks about the origins of international society as kind of a club of certain kind of actors. And I want you to pay close attention to the fact, or the way that diplomacy was used as both a mechanism and also a symbol of recognition and non-recognition, and how diplomacy then creates kind of insiders and outsiders. That's kind of the main takeaway from that article. And then, the two last articles are about diplomatic institutions. Not necessarily about institutions in the, let's say, organizational way, like international institutions, but basically the mainstays of diplomacy, the things that are kept around and doesn't really change that much. And we're going to talk about two institutions: the diplomatic corps. The sort of the bunch of people who gathers in a capital or an international organization and form some form of institution. And then the diplomatic mission, the chancery, sort of the traditional, the embassy abroad. And I want you to pay close attention to both the functional role of these institutions, but also their symbolic role. So how do they symbolize international society, and what kind of things symbolically do they create? And then finally, I want you to familiarize yourself with the 1961 Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations. It's not a long piece. I just want you to sort of skim it, get an overview of the different sections, because that's going to be that, together with the syllabus, is going to be the starting point for the seminar. And so the link for the convention is in the announcement. I'm going to go work now and prepare for the lecture, and I suggest that you don't do that, but that you do something fun. I don't know, do a Zoom call with someone, or watch a movie. And I'll see you all very soon. All right, bye-bye.